used to live for the summer, skip meals to go run amongst all this biz. Now fast forward up a few years, that kitty, the kitty roll up and all of a sudden had to pay bills. My current dichotomy.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond gold. We stand on the opposite shore.
Try to not live in the past, because that's gonna make you depressed. Try to not live in the future, because that's gonna make you anxious. Try to live in the present, because that's when you're at peace. That's the quote that came to my mind when I realized that my calendar was still in May, even though we're like halfway through June right now. Yeah, so today is Tuesday, June 11th, and throughout the week I'll be answering some of your questions. Matter of fact, let me make an IG post right now. Boom, there we go. If you haven't already, follow me on IG. But yeah, if we get some good questions, I'll be answering to those throughout the whole week.
Finally get paid for the get down. You can't tell me shit now about time. Do you know how many lines I done put down? Vibes I done sit down. But we in here, you dig. I'll up the market till they come red carpet and kids. Success still the target. Soon I'll be crossing that bridge. But can't bring everybody with me, family only. I got some people think I owe a favor, barely know me. That's why my focus on the road, it's all I know. I see them sticking close to play the wall and watch my growth. Cause I got something they never had. So get on the beat and I need a helipad. I float on fly, you know where I'm from, so it comes as no surprise. I'm the South with a mean vernacular, dream spectacular. I keep a queen and passenger, FL capital Y. Anywhere I am, jam, that's for sure. Turn me on, better set the mood from the door. That's just how it go. Glad I've been keeping it playing so long. Out here in this world, I feel it ain't a place that I could roam. But ain't nothing like you when I'm at home. It ain't nothing like you when I'm at home. That's why I came out stepping. I can't be doing things regular.
So we ran into a pretty dumb problem at work. Basically, we have this address form here in our app, and some users were inputting like restricted characters into the address field. Think like backslashes and things of this nature. Now, normally this wouldn't be a problem, but because of these restricted characters, the service we use for calculating taxes for these users completely fails, and these users couldn't renew their subscriptions. I just made the fix for it. It was pretty simple. Basically, before I sent the data to the backend, I just have to check if the address contains any restricted characters, right? So not a big deal, but this just goes to show you the beauty of software engineering. If real users are using your app, then you just have to expect that they will put any kind of data into any kind of form, and you just gotta deal with it. What? This is my new projector that the team at LG was kind enough to send me. It's their new Cinebeam Q, which I've been using for around a week now. I watched basically every single European Championship football match on this thing, and so far I'm absolutely loving it. My favorite thing about it is that you can switch locations so easily with it. Me and my roommate booked the sauna for us and decided to see if it's possible to watch football on the sauna area, and it worked perfectly. Like, I couldn't believe I was watching football up there, but that just goes to show you, as long as you have access to electricity, you can literally take this anywhere with you. Also, is it just me, or do we all have the same dream of just laying down in our bed, staring at the ceiling and watching our favorite movie or series when we were kids? I'm personally a huge Suits fan, and thanks to this 360-degree rotating handle, I was able to set up the Cinebeam next to my bed and finally fulfill that childhood dream of mine. By the way, can we both agree that Suits is literally top 5 series of all time? I mean, the relationship between Harvey and Mike is so beautiful and something everyone needs in their life. And to be honest with you, I feel like loyalty is extremely rare these days. days. Now the Cinebeam Q projects that nice and crisp 4K image, and you can get it all the way up to 120 inches as long as you have a wall big enough for that. Also through the web OS you can access Netflix, Disney+, YouTube, or basically whatever else streaming service you may be using with just one click. Now a couple of things to be aware of based on my experience and the fact that it's a projector is that if the wall that you're projecting onto isn't completely flat, then you can kind of see the shape of the wall on the image. Think of it as kind of like small film grain. Also, if you're hosting a big event, then you might want to get some external speakers because the internal speakers probably won't be enough for a large crowd. Now the projector itself doesn't make that big of a sound, and especially if you have a video playing, then you probably won't even notice it. Here's a sound check for you. Now all in all, I've been super impressed with LG for making a projector this small but packed with features, and it has made my experience, especially with watching live sports, so much better. My old TV used to lag a lot and even just randomly turn off at some points, so watching boxing or football on it was the worst because I would often miss out on key moments. But with the Cinebeam Q, I've had zero issues like that, and it honestly has been a great experience. Make sure to check out the Cinebeam Q with my link in the description, and a huge shout out to LG for making my experience watching the Euros so much better and sponsoring the video. I honestly still can't believe I'm even saying those words. So right now I need to go to Verkkokauppa, which is like the Finnish version of Best Buy. But yeah, I came to the realization that if I'm gonna be recording for the whole week, then I'm gonna need a lot of storage because my PC doesn't have enough. And also if I'm gonna be recording outside, then I'm gonna need an ND filter so that the shots don't be super exposed like they're kinda right now. But yeah, with this YouTube thing, there's always something you need to buy, which is kind of annoying. Also, every time I go there, I end up buying something I don't need and just wasting money. That trip was rough. This is why I never go to the city center. Like, I try to turn left, there's a dude right there in my face. I try to turn right, there's a dude right there in my face. Like, I need my space. I don't know, like, give me my 6 feet back. Like, that was a good arrangement. I like that. Like, I don't know, just having so many people around me constantly just stresses me out. Anyway, so here's what we got. So we got this ND filter. Actually, let me show you what it does. Just give me a second. So this thing, you can think of it as kind of like sunglasses for your camera, if that makes any sense. Well, let me put this on. And this is gonna be good when I'm shooting outside and it's super sunny. Like, I can just make this darker without me having to kill the aperture on the camera itself. So we can still keep the bokeh, so this blurry background, while having the image somewhat correctly exposed. And then there's another thing I got, just a regular external SSD. You know, I always used to store my clips on my PC, and after I uploaded video I would delete all the clips because I would run out of storage. So having this extra storage is just crucial for me, especially with this video that I know is gonna be super long and I'm gonna have a lot of clips. So there's no way I can store them all on my PC. But yeah, that's another 250 euros gone just like that. So think twice before you start a YouTube channel. No, I'm joking, it's the best thing you can ever do, so highly recommend you do. And if you do start a YouTube channel, let me know. I wanna see y'all videos. So I just got back from the office and I made the classic meal: ground beef, sweet potatoes and avocado. If you've been a long-term subscriber of the channel, then you know this is like my signature meal. I stopped doing it for a minute because I honestly got tired of sweet potatoes, which I didn't think would ever happen, but I switched to the ground beef and rice mixture thingy, which was pretty nice for a while, but then I also got bored of that, so now I switched back to sweet potatoes. But yeah, today was an office day. Basically every Thursday our team meets up at the office. You don't have to go, but it's highly recommended that you show up, because that's the one day when everyone's at the office and you can bounce around ideas together and stuff like that. And usually Thursdays aren't the most productive coding wise. We usually have a lot of meetings on Thursdays like we did today, but still I think it's pretty nice to just go and meet the team every now and then, because it's way harder to connect with someone through Slack versus when someone else is sitting right next to you and you can just ask them a question whenever something pops into your head. Now, as I'm eating, I think it's time to answer some of your questions that we got on Instagram. And we actually got quite a few. The thing that was easily asked the most was, Luke, where did you start your YouTube channel and who inspired you to start your YouTube channel? And in my Q&A video I already answered this, but basically when I got into tech and I was watching all these YouTube videos about tech and software engineering, I saw all these creators, but I just couldn't relate to anyone. And low-key I felt like there has to be people who feel the same way as I do, but they could possibly relate to me more. So that's why I started this channel. Really it just came down to the fact that I felt like there was a gap in the marketplace, which now looking back I think was the correct assumption to make. The homie Ilsite also adds to that question, would you like to do YouTube full-time over programming? And honestly, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, hell yeah I would. Thing is, even though the channel is making good money right now, all of my videos are about software engineering and my life as a software engineer. And I've tried to experiment with different types of videos, but whenever I do, they always flop completely. So if I was to quit my job right now, then I probably wouldn't be able to eat, which is not a great situation, right? So in order for that to happen, I need to figure out something like transition this channel into more like general tech and lifestyle videos. I don't know, would you want to see a video about like week in the life with the newest MacBook, for example, or something like that? The homie Fabian asked my favorite football team, and I'm not sure if you mean international or club football, but the real ones know I used to play football for ages, bro, like over a decade. If I had to pick one team, then it would have to be Manchester United. Like that's the only team that I was kind of a fan of as a kid. And for international teams, the Euros are starting tomorrow actually. Oh shit! Yeah, the Euros are starting tomorrow, come on. I think France will win because they have the most OP team in the world, but I'm low-key hoping that England takes it. This time it's coming home. Good morning, it's Friday, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm tired. It's 6 a.m. And actually one of the questions I got on my IG was, how do I cope when I don't feel like doing my routine? Almost every single day I wake up and I'd much rather stay in bed than go out and hit a workout, right? But the life I have envisioned for myself, like having a great body, having more money, I won't get there if I only do my routine when I feel like doing it. But yeah, how do I cope when I don't feel like doing my routine? I just get up and do it anyways, like there's no other option for me. It sure is beautiful, like, damn, I can't believe this is real life.
Okay, Picture a youngin' that used to live for the summer, skip meals to go run amongst all his peers. Now fast forward up a few years, that giddy little kitty growed up and all of a sudden had to pay bills. My current dichotomy grown from pure curiosity. Guess I didn't know that part of the deal, or know how quick it get real.
So, I just finished up my last ticket of the sprint. Well, the sprint isn't actually ending for other people, but it is for me, because next week I'll be on vacation, so I won't be working at my 9 to 5. But yeah, in my last video I talked about the release please and updating the CI workflow for our new projects. Those got put on hold as something else popped up, but this week I actually finished those, so I thought I'd show you what I did and kind of explain in more technical terms what I've been doing for the last week. And basically what release please does is that it automates making new releases from our applications and projects. So basically we don't have to do any manual work other than just review what it's about to release, which is nice because the release process is something that can be easily messed up and you don't want to mess it up. But yeah, let's hop on the computer and I'll show you a visual demonstration. So think about a setup like this. You got your feature branch and your main branch like you normally do. But in addition to those, you also got this release please branch. Now, when your feature gets merged, whether that's, I don't know, something like a button or whatever it may be, it triggers a GitHub action that checks whether a new release should be made based on the feature that you just merged to main. Now, if a new release should be made based on PR that you just merged, then it also triggers a staging release. And in addition to the staging release, it also creates this release PR. And in this release PR, you just see the new version of your app that is about to get released, and you also have this list of all these features and bug fixes that are new compared to the latest version of your app. And by the way, how it can detect whether something is a feature or a fix, you have to use conventional commits in order for this to work. Anyways, after you approve the release PR and you merge it to the main branch, it triggers a bunch of GitHub actions that basically take care of the production deployment. Now, this setup may seem simple, like you just got a couple of GitHub actions and a PR that you just need to approve, but in reality it's a lot more complicated, especially when you have a mono repo and you have a bunch of apps and a bunch of packages that all need their own releases. So it can get quite complicated, but I just wanted to keep this as simple as possible so this video doesn't turn into a DevOps tutorial. But if you do want more deep technical stuff, then let me know and I can for sure talk about stuff like this in depth in future videos.
It's simple, been real since Papa Pimple. I started out in the rental sonata, the presidential. Speak once and listen twice. They told me that less is simple. I'm observing in the room. I'll be flying all on the wall. Open mouth conversation. I know you like the way I pop out. Let's go hit Lennox. Another week, another knockout. A different city. My partner whip a 7-4 now. He think he Wimby, but I'm a ride.
So right now it's Saturday. I'm on my way to get a haircut. I have no idea where I'm at. Like, this is some random place in Finland, kinda near the capital. I've never been here actually. My barber said he has like a small barbershop here, so I wanted to come check it out.
Slipping till I'm reaping what I sowed. Can you meet me where I'm at before I hit the top? How many years I put in this just trying to make it pop? I had a purpose for they had opinions, but what hurts is when they close and know the most will speak on you the worst. I reminisce like every day cause I miss what it was. Try not to get caught in my memory and stuck in the mud. I used to drown it out, but God kept me a buzz. Binging and faded to that same song.
I just got back from the haircut. The boy James blessed me as always. Go follow him on IG if you live near Helsinki and you wanna get your haircut as well. But now for the rest of the night, I'm literally just gonna sit down, start editing this video because I have so many clips that it's gonna take forever to edit, and I just wanna get started on it as soon as possible.
Let's go hit Lennox. Another week, another knockout. A different city. My partner whip a 7-4 now. He think he Wimby, but I'ma ride this Chevy Mally until it's empty. And Pastor don't take dirty money. I like it filthy.
So I'm just editing here and watching this Spain versus Croatia game. Like, check it out. This is the setup right now. But yeah, a thought popped into my head while I was editing, and it's that right now I'm kinda sort of living my dream life. Now, of course, my dreams have shifted along the years, but if I was to go back 4 or 5 years and you asked me what my dream life was, this is it. This literally is it. And I've been on this constant go, go, go mode for so long, and I've never taken the time to just sit down, look at the view and appreciate life. Like, life is beautiful right now, and it can be beautiful for you too. I promise that. Also, yesterday I saw this tweet from Alex Becker. They had a job position open for an editor and they had over 1,000 applicants, but out of those 1,000 applicants, only 60 were people who were actually willing to do the work. And this same exact thing applies to software engineering as well. Like, when you see those posts on LinkedIn with 1K plus applicants, it's not real. Well, I mean, maybe it's real, but 99% of those applicants are nowhere near qualified for the job. Basically, they're just applying to test out their luck. So if you're just applying to your first job right now, just keep showing up every single day, because I promise to you, 99% of the other applicants are not showing up every single day, and you can use that to beat them.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. The feeling is all gone. The feeling is all gone. If I could take you back to my youth and show you what I wish I knew, my will is strong with a place to lean. In the moment I hung desperately, the other ring on my wrist is gold, pairing with the light it holds. When I return from my skin and bones, I'm remembering the words you told me.
A lot of questions about my skincare routine. People want to know the exact products that I use and stuff like that. So I thought I'd show you in this video, so in the future I can just refer people to come check out this section of the video. But yeah, I have two different routines, morning and nighttime, and these both consist of different products. In total it's 6 products. So the first 3 that I'm about to show you are for the morning routine. Cleanser I use during the mornings is this. All of these products are from a shop called Jeppo in Finland. I don't know if they have that exact shop elsewhere. These are all like Korean skincare products. So if they are in Finland, then you should be able to find them as well, because everything comes late to Finland. But yeah, this is the cleanser. I use this after the gym when I'm getting ready for the day. Then I use this serum after the cleanser. So apparently this is one of the best things you can do for your acne scars. And I don't know if you can see, but my scars have definitely gotten a lot better after I started using this. So highly recommend. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know the exact science behind all these products. Basically, the only reason I bought this is because my roommate said that these are like the best products, and he knows way more than I do about skincare. I mean, just look at this. These are all his products, and like this is missing a lot because he's not here right now. He's on a trip. Even still, like this whole shelf is full of his skincare stuff. So yeah, I'm just trusting him right now. And then the last part for the morning routine is this moisturizer. I use this after the cleanser and after the serum. I just put this on and go about my day. Then for the nighttime routine, I first use this thing just take a couple of pumps of this. This is also a cleanser, so I do this at the start of the routine. After that, I have another cleanser, so in the nighttime I double cleanse. And this one foams up a lot, but I like it. I feel like it really cleans up my shit. And then lastly, we got this moisturizer before I go to bed.